Students, today we're going to start with Civics Chapter 2, which is What is Democracy? Why Democracy? So, in this, we're going to do features of democracy, and let's start with the first feature, major decisions by elected leaders. So, what the first feature says is in a democracy, the final decision making power must rest with those elected by the people. So, what it says that the elected representatives should have the final decision making power. Those representatives which the common people have elected should have the final decision making power. Now, let's understand this first feature with the help of an example from Pakistan. In October 1999, in Pakistan, General Parvez Musharraf, he forcefully overthrew the democratically elected government and declared himself as chief executive, and he rose to the post of chief executive, and later he rose to the post of president of Pakistan. So in 2002, referendum was held in Pakistan, means voting elections took place in Pakistan, and gave him an extension of 5 years. Gave Parvez Musharraf an extension of 5 years, but later some agencies like human rights organization and democracy activists found that the elections which were held in 2002 were a fraud. These elections were a fraud, means these were not done as per the constitutional measures, and in August 2002, General Parvez Musharraf issued a legal framework order. According to that order, as per that order, he was given the president. In fact, the president was given the power to dismiss provincial assemblies and national assemblies. Provincial assembly and national assembly, which was elected by the people, which had members that were elected by the people. So legal framework order was passed. An amendment was made in the constitution, and as per this order, the president can dismiss this elected body of provincial called provincial assembly and national assembly. The president can dissolve or dismiss these bodies, and the cabinet formed was to be supervised by a body of National Security Council, which comprised military officials. This cabinet was under the supervision of military officials, which formed National Security Council, and these military officials were loyal to Parvez Musharraf. So in a way we can say Parvez Musharraf became the head of the Pakistan. He became the dictator of Pakistan. So this kind of government cannot be called as a democracy, rather it is a dictatorship where a single person rose to the power of president forcefully, not through constitutional ways but forcefully, and he can dismiss appoint or do any changes in the constitution. The single person can do all these things. So this is not a democracy at all. Though elections took place, but it is not a democracy. So from here we can conclude that in a democracy, the final decision making power must rest with those elected by the people. Actually, the final decision making power should be with the provincial assemblies and the national assemblies. But on contrary, what was happening in Pakistan? The final decision making power was in the hand of a single person, that was the president, that was General Parvez Musharraf, and his few supporters. So this is not a democracy at all. So we cannot say that if elections are taking place after every 5 years, then a country is a democratic country. No. um, ec- uh, in addition to that, final decision making power should be with the elected members.